Hey everyone, Melanie Muenchinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. Today I have a really special project for you using two sets that are on sale right now for the holidays, December 18th and December 19th only. They're 30% off right now, along with a lot of our other Christmas sets, so I hope you'll be able to take advantage of the sale. No need to use a coupon code, they are already discounted. So the Festive frame, which is my set, and Merry and Bright, which is Gina's set, these are both just $16.76. They're normally $23.95 on the site. Otherwise, still a great value if you do miss the sale. But I hope you enjoy the project that I'm doing today. This is the black magic technique where you are embossing on a piece of black cardstock and then using your colored pencils to really make those little details pop. I have several Christmas greetings or holiday greetings in this Festive frame set that you can use inside the oval on this frame, either portrait or landscape style, but I wanted to change it up and use one of these really cool bold greetings from this newest Merry and Bright kit. Very minimal supplies for today's project. In addition to these two stamp sets, you're just going to need some acrylic blocks. So this is the 4x6 block that Gina carries. You can use a smaller one for your greeting, or that large greeting will also fit on this block. Otherwise, you can use another gridline block. I'm using some of the Gina K Pure Luxury Black Onyx. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5.5. I've got some gold embossing powder, and I've got a heat gun. I've got a Versamark watermark stamp pad. This is used for embossing. And then I'm using some Prismacolors. So this is from the 72 pack. I've pulled out some here. I've got the 994, the 930, the 943, and the 910, but greens, reds, and browns basically. Used kind of pinkish ones this time. So let's begin by embossing our frame. So we're going to ink this up in the Versamark. So we're just going to go all over this. And I always want to tilt it in the light so that I can see that I really got every little bit, all the detail on here. If you're concerned about missing part of it, then use the MISTI, and that way you'll be able to re-ink and then re-stamp in the same place. But today I'm just using my block. So I'm just going to tilt it. I can see that it's all shiny. And pardon my head if I get in the way. I'm just going to center this right over that frame, so I've got about 1/4 inch on all sides. And just drop that down. You could turn it the other way too. You'll notice that the poinsettias in here, which match my A Year of Flowers set, are in a slightly different configuration. So you've got a little bit larger arrangement on one corner than the other. So kind of just consider that when you're thinking about your layout and your greetings. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp in that saying. And again, we could do this with another greeting from either one of those sets, landscape style, but I really liked how this fit in here, portrait. If it's easier for you to do this after you've done your embossing, just so that you can see, you can do that, but I just wanted to do all of my powder at one time. It might be a little bit easier though to see where the flowers are so that you're not overlapping, but there is enough room in there for that greeting. And I like to put just a piece of scratch paper, or you can use an embossing powder tray underneath to catch the embossing powder. So we're just going to pour this on just really liberally. And then we're just going to tap off the excess. You might want to use an embossing buddy or a little cornstarch sock, or even a dryer sheet to get off some of that static so that you're not picking up excess powder. I didn't bother to do that today. I'm in kind of a hurry to go pick up my little boy, but I really wanted to show this project when I saw that this was on sale today. So we're going to close up our powder, and we're going to go ahead and heat this up. You want to have your heat tool back. Hang on, I saw there's just one little part on the corner there that I didn't get. I'm just going to fold that up and tap it in. So you want to keep the gun moving. You're going to see the cardstock is going to warp just a little bit. So So when it starts to fold up, you can then heat it on the back side. But you'll start to see all that powder go from powder and kind of spotty to really beautiful foil melted embossing. And I just love how this frame looks embossed. And I love this kind of more contemporary gold on black for a holiday card. And I think this would be really festive, goes along with that New Year greeting. Now I wanted to show you the difference. I'm going to compare the first card that I shared and this one. And we're going to want to wait a few minutes or a few seconds for that to cool. So this one was done with a thicker embossing powder. The first one is done with a fine detail embossing powder. So you can see it really picks up the greeting. It's sharper, but it doesn't look as shiny as the thicker powder. So that's really a personal preference, just depending on the look that you want and on the stamp that you're using. It's a little bit spotty right here, so I'm just going to hit that one more time to let it fill in just a little bit more. Okay, now let's do our pencils. So I'm going to use these pinks and reds on the flower. And I just love how colored pencils look on dark cardstocks. So you could try this on a navy or a dark brown if you want. But black is going to give you the highest contrast, and it just looks so elegant when you're doing it with a gold or a silver powder. You could also emboss this in white. I did a sample like that in my Fabulous Stamp Frames book with my Arranged with Love frame stamp. That was in white, colored with colored pencils. Okay, so that pink. Or you could do a bright red. Really, I just grabbed the pencils that didn't need to be sharpened. My son moved my pencil sharpener, so I couldn't find that before I started my video. And you can make this as opaque or as light as you want, but then I'm going to go in with that redder pencil, and I'm going to put just a little bit in, and just those two different colors is just going to give it more depth. So the sharper your pencil is, the easier it's going to be to get inside those little details, the little troughs that the embossing makes. Okay, if you want, I've shown this in other videos, you can also color in these borders to make it look more layered. So I'm going to put in just a little bit of this redder pencil. And it might be hard to see in the video, but you can definitely tell there are two colors in real life. Okay, and then I want to put just a little bit over those berries. They're mostly gold, but you're going to see it, how you have some of that pink and red in there. Then I'm going to take the brown pencil and I'm just going to put just a little bit. And you're basically just scribbling over the pine cones, getting just a hint of color in there over the black. Okay. And then I chose this really light green. I'm just going to do just a few little flicking strokes for those needles, and then put just a little bit of this green inside where those berries are on the poinsettia. And that's it. The card's done. So now we've got a single layer card and just really different, really special. I hope this gives you ideas for how you can use these stamps together and how you can use the frame. I really love using this festive frame for masculine cards year-round, and you can even cover these up with different flowers or even put leaves over them. A Year of Leaves stamp set is also drawn in the same style. So I hope you're able to take advantage of this sale if there are some Christmas sets that you have been wanting, or if you want to get a jump start on your Christmas cards for next year. I know it's always fun to have a new holiday set to look forward to making your cards with, even if you wait a little bit wait a while before you get them started. Thank you for watching this video today. Please visit my blog at Hands, Head, and Heart for more ideas and inspiration using all of our stamp sets, and at Stamp TV and Gina K Designs. Thank you very much for watching today. God bless.